So I went to Bible study yesterday. That was actually pretty cool. My friend invited me. It was over Zoom. And he told me about it like 2 weeks ago when I hung out at his crib. We were talking about music and whatnot. And towards the end, we were having like a logical debate. I was the one who decided. I was just asking him how he feels about the idea of God being defined as the greatest form of good or the ultimate good. But then there's another idea, a clashing idea of what if good and evil don't exist? So then how does that interfere? And it was a really great conversation. The way he broke it down really made a lot of sense to me. I can't break it down because I don't have the lyrical prowess that my friend has. He's a rapper, shout out Alex. And it was cool. He was telling me, yeah, he actually has been going to Bible study more often recently. And he invited me. So I went yesterday. It was over Zoom. It was really cool. And it was just chill. Like, people were just kind of casually talking, read some verses and stuff. And there's like a pastor there who was like breaking down some stuff. It was like calm. It was like hanging out with your friends where you're just talking about the Bible and like different experiences and whatnot. Mind you, I've read a couple of verses from the Bible here and there, but it's like really hard to understand. So I never really got into it too much. But from a logical perspective, I've always believed that Jesus did exist. Not always. Over time, I've come to believe more in the stories in the Bible and Jesus because there's a lot of logical backing and historical, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess historical authentication to an extent, a lot of testimonies that line up very consistently. So whether you look at it from a faith-driven perspective or from a logical perspective, it still makes a lot of sense, which is really good and gives me a lot of confidence. So it's just been about trying to break down certain barriers to get me to, take a few more steps forward. And what was cool is that yesterday specifically, they were talking about interpreting dreams and how God communicates to us. And everyone was talking about different experiences that they had. I told my story about how I remember a couple years ago, I was sitting on a curb after work and I was having a horrible day. And one of the things that happened to happen, the icing on the cake that day, was that I locked my keys in the trunk of my car. But that was like just the last of like 7 different things that had happened. And I was just sitting on the curb. It was like 10 o'clock, so super tired. I was so upset. I was like crying out in the fucking streets. I was like, what the fuck? Why me? This is so trash, bro. God, what's going on? Like, da 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 da. And I was just wailing. It was hilarious. And I was just like dejected. I was just like, fuck, this sucks, dude. Like, what the hell is going on? What is my life? And I reached for my phone, and it turns out I had accidentally butt dialed Alex, and he heard the entire thing. He was on the phone for like 10 minutes the whole time. And he was like, bro, yo, you good, dog? I was like, oh shit, you heard that whole thing, huh? And he's like, yeah, nigga, what the hell's going on? You good, bro? Talk to me. I was like, you're right. And whatever, so we talked. It was a cool night, but like, I don't know, he at the time I wasn't really like, I wasn't really, I wouldn't say religious. I'm still not very religious yet. I'm getting there though. But he was just talking to me about God. He's like, I don't know why God is putting you through this, but he is. And whatever. He was just being a good big brother. It was dope. And so I told that story and they were like, wow, it's amazing, whatever. And they were saying that next week they're gonna be doing dream interpretations and to try and remember what dreams you have this week. If you have any, really like write them down, try to get as many details as possible, stuff like that. And they're saying that for a lot of people, if it was their first time today, they're gonna notice, especially because next week we're gonna put a focus on dreams and communication from God, to that you're probably gonna experience some weird shit over the next couple of days. And I don't know if it's a placebo effect or if placebo effect is just a testament to faith and a testament to God existing in our own weird way. But I shit you not, this morning I was having a dream that I don't think was related to anything. It was related to like a comic book I had been reading recently. It was very reminiscent of a comic book. And the crazy part wasn't the dream though, it was that towards the end of the dream, I basically was given the realization, I basically realized that one of my friends had died. Like one of my friends passed away. It was like I received some items and I opened like a bag and it had like the items of one of my friends, and I was like, oh shit, if I'm seeing these items, that means that my friend died. type shit. And so I was like sad about it, obviously. Like I felt my face kind of twist. I was like, no, what the fuck? But I couldn't even get any words out before I could say anything. I just felt my face twisting up, and I literally heard so clearly, so vividly. It was like all the sound just went away, and all I heard was just a man's voice in the back of my head going, my son. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And I immediately woke up, and I was like, yo, what the hell was that? And so I told my friend about it. I told Alex about it. He was like, bro, it's definitely the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit communicating to you. It's like, damn, that's weird. Especially because in Bible study, we were talking about communication. They were saying that for some people, they never really hear the voice of God, or it takes a while for them to hear it. So I was like, what are the odds that after going to one Bible study, I just heard the voice of God the next morning? But I genuinely think that's what it was. It was so clear, so vivid. Like, it's not something that happens regularly. It was just like everything went quiet, and I just heard super clearly, my son. And I was like, yo. So yeah, that was super cool. But other than that, wait, why did I even start this? Oh, I guess I just wanted to document that. I started like internally working through some of the issues I've been, not even issues, because the issue makes it seem like there's an inherent problem, but it's not like there's a problem, just like, I guess, feelings, certain feelings that I was going, and thoughts that were running through my head, like these thought loops. And I finally was able to detangle some stuff that I was like, I think, suppressing for a while, which according to YouTube's description, it was 5,000 words, 5,000 characters. I don't know how many words that was, but I think it qualifies as a full essay. And I basically broke down my relationship with my mom, and why it was causing me a lot of stress and anguish over the past week without me realizing it. I think I had always been feeling a certain way about certain things, and because of outside stress from this job interview that I was waiting to hear back from, it exacerbated a lot of those feelings and stress and anguish, and it kind of made it boil over. And that's why I made that video I made the other day where I was just like feeling horrible. But pretty much a day or two after Mother's Day, what day is today? Tuesday? So on Monday, pretty much yesterday, yeah, I felt better, I guess. But it wasn't even that I felt better, it was just, I don't know. I heard back from the job interview. It's looking good. That was one thing that helped, because there was a little bit of stress that was relieved. And then the other part was me sitting down and actually typing out what I was feeling. I realized that when I do that, when I either really write down how I'm feeling about something, or when I type it down and I really explain my thoughts like in full details, it helps a lot. I don't really like the idea of therapy, because I think talking to a therapist sometimes just gets you more caught up. I don't know, I guess if you have a great therapist, then they'll help you in the right way, but I think self-therapy makes more sense sometimes, because you're the only person that has the context of your life, and you're the only person that has 100% belief, 100% alignment with your goals. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of therapy, and the short, brief amount that I've done in the past, was me trying to explain all this backlog of context to explain the situation and why I'm at where I'm at. And sometimes you feel like you're missing details, or the therapist doesn't care because they probably have heard this story 100 different times by 100 different people. So they kind of just categorize you in this bucket. But self-therapy, quote unquote, which is really just untangling certain thoughts and like facing thoughts head on and being like, I feel like this. Why? Because X, Y, Z. I remember I was having lunch with my mom and my godmom on Mother's Day, and I just felt super dejected from the whole thing. I wrote about it in the essay in the description of the other video if you want more details on it. But I had one of those like movie moments where I was sitting at the table and I was listening to them talk to each other, and I zoned out completely. Like I couldn't even look at either of them in the eye. I just I heard their voices fading out, and I just heard the thoughts in my own head just getting louder. And it's just like, get up, go away, get out, like get out of here. Like, I need to get out of here. Like, I should not be here right now. I just felt bad because I was bringing down the whole mood, you know? It's like Mother's Day, it's supposed to be celebratory, but I just felt terrible. And my aunt, who's my godmom, kept asking me, yo, why are you acting like that? Why do you look like that? Why do you feel like that? What's going on? I was like, I don't know, I just feel bad, I feel horrible. And she's like, why? She kept asking why. I just couldn't answer, I just didn't know why. I was like, I don't know. But I just do, I didn't want to be here. I tried to stay away. I wanted to just stay in my room because I didn't want to make you guys feel bad just because I feel bad, but I'm not the type of person that's gonna hide how I feel because I only get one shot at this life thing. And I'll be damned if I die and think about all the moments I could have just been myself but decided not to because of some weird pressure from people around me to act a certain way. That I digress, but the point being is I'm not good at hiding my emotions. I wear them on my sleeve. So she kept asking why, and I just was like, I kind of was just like, I don't know. I didn't want to wake up today. Sometimes I don't want to be alive. I really don't want to be alive right now. Like, I just feel horrible. I feel like shit. I feel incapable. I feel weak. There's a lot of what I was talking about in that other video, but it was the first time her and my mom were hearing me say it out loud, and it was just weird because that's not something, you know, your mom wants to hear, obviously. Like, she's gonna feel like it's her fault. Your godmom, she's just there visiting. She's like, bro, I was just trying to have lunch with my family. Like, oh, now this is weird. But point being, later that night, or the next morning rather, I sat down and I was like typing it out, and it helped me really feel a lot better because I just kind of like put my emotions out and just looked at them for what they were and was like, okay, that's what they are. This is how I feel because of this, and that, because of things that happened in my past, because of where I'm at currently, blah, blah, blah. I'm not judging them. I'm not judging it as a good or a bad thing. It's just, this is what it is, cool. And I just move on. And so now I'm kind of at that point where I'm just like, cool, and I'm just moving on. And I feel really excited for the work that I am currently doing, which is the same old work, just, you know, building my fan base and making music. But it was just, I didn't realize how much of a burden it was not understanding my own thoughts and feelings. So I was trying to operate from a place of taking time to understand your thoughts and feelings is just a waste of time because you could just be productive and feelings should not affect actions. But once it gets to the point where your feelings do start affecting your actions and you feel like you can't do stuff or you're less productive because of your feelings, then I guess you're forced to address it, or at least I am. But I addressed it, feel a lot better, and now it's back to work. So right now I'm about to go to the supermarket to get some groceries, and then I'm going to edit some videos and do a little bit of writing practice. We got a couple things I'm gonna get done today, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you'll see the fruits of that labor soon, either on Instagram or YouTube. You'll see some cool clips, some fun videos and shit. And then on the back end, I've been really excited about optimizing my Facebook ads because I've been able to start collecting phone numbers and emails from fans. And I feel really confident that that strategy in the long term is gonna be the most fruitful because I'm at a point now where I have 107,000 followers on Instagram, but whenever people ask me about, oh, you have Instagram, like I don't even feel like it's a flex anymore. Like I almost feel embarrassed because they're gonna see how many followers I have and then see that my videos only get a couple thousand views. And they're gonna be like what the fuck? And even me sometimes, I feel like I'm just, every time I post a video, I'm reaching the same people over and over again. So it's kind of like a moot point. It's like, what's the point of posting videos for the same people who, I digress. I'm getting too into the weeds and granular social media marketing for musicians. But the point being is, I feel confident that what I'm doing is gonna work. So that's a great place to feel. That's a great place to be. And now it's just about execution. And today I even prayed for the first time in a really long time. Right before I left my crib just now, I was like, I prayed to God. I said, hey, hey, what's up, brother? I said, dear Father, please give me the strength to execute all the tasks that I set forth for myself today. And it felt good. It felt good. I don't know. I think I'm on the path. I'm getting somewhere. We'll see how it goes.